How is it doing today? Welcome back to the channel. In this video, I'm going to be talking about the latest news. Basically, Amazon just reported their Q4 earnings, but more importantly, what they announced is that Jeff Bezos would be actually stepping down as Amazon CEO. Now, this is actually massive news, and it just basically today, right afternoon, right after the closing bell is when they announced this, which is kind of interesting. Now, if we look at the stock price right after, it actually shot up with the good news, but then it's basically pretty flat, even though, remember, Amazon just reported earnings, right? Now, these earnings, I'm not going to go crazy in depth into them, but essentially, they reported their first ever quarter where they've made in one single quarter over $100 billion. So last quarter they made roughly $96 billion. So they've passed $100 billion for the first time, which is probably was expected, right? If they did 96, obviously with the Christmas season and all that, people not actually shopping out as much, that would be pretty likely, right? But that's pretty good news. They actually announced that they have grown substantially in their cloud business, which is probably the main driver for Amazon that's actually helped them basically grow so much to the size they are today. But with all that good news, right, they increased net sales 38% in the full year of 2020. But with all that good news, the stock is actually trending down, right, which is pretty interesting. Now, I'm going to be talking about, let's get into this on why. Is this good news? Is this bad news? And how would this affect Amazon, right? Jeff Bezos currently, as of when was the date? November 13th of 2020. As of then, he still owned about basically co-owners sold $3 billion worth of his shares during the presidential week, which is 1.8%. But he still owns, I believe, a 10.8 or 10.7% stake in Amazon, which is roughly $173 billion. So he's still a pretty decent owner of Amazon. And that's kind of funny because you could have maybe seen that coming, right? Because this is an old article. And if you saw, why would he sell 30% of his shares? Or not 30%, that would be only like 2% of his shares, right? Why would he sell 2% of his shares if now all of a sudden he's just gonna, is he going to leave? Does he think Amazon's going to do bad? But, I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory. Amazon went up so much within this last year that he actually sold his 1.8% stake in the company. So he lowered his stake for about $3 billion. But he still owns a ton of Amazon shares, right? So he's still going to be on the board of directors. A lot of people are saying that he's going to be completely gone from the company. I mean, when you own that many shares, you can still make decisions, right? Obviously, you're not a CEO, which is a very big thing. But basically, who they're going to be putting in as CEO is basically, if you guys know the cloud, basically Amazon has a huge AWS cloud business. And essentially, the main person up there is now going to be the CEO of Amazon. Now, if we go here, it says Andy Jassy, is that her name? His name, the chief of Amazon's cloud computing division will now become chief executive, while Bezos, the company founder, will become the chairman. So that's definitely pretty interesting. It doesn't say he's going to be the CEO. It just says he's going to be the chief of Amazon's cloud computing division, will become the chief executive. But there's probably, I don't know if there's a new CEO actually announced. I could be completely wrong because this news just broke. But I'm sure if you guys just Google Jeff Bezos or Amazon new CEO, it would come up. Sorry for like the background noise, but yeah, that's pretty insane. Now, is Amazon a buy? Is this bad news for Amazon? Right now, Amazon is currently about even for the day. Is this bad news for Amazon? I personally don't think this is too bad of a news for Amazon. Dude, Jeff Bezos has basically took Amazon to a tiny company. Back when, like, if you don't know, Amazon was first just an online bookstore. Jeff Bezos single-handedly turned an online bookstore into the giant Amazon it is today. So a lot of people could view that as, oh, okay, that's terrible. Well, I mean, there's not going to be any new innovations, right? What's Amazon going to innovate now? If the main guy has such a powerful mind of actually bringing innovations to Amazon, if he's gone, like, I mean, maybe I should sell my Amazon stock. Maybe I should just get out. But you got to remember, Amazon is already so built out. It's not like right now, or maybe even not right now, maybe like a year ago, if Elon Musk left Tesla, for example, that would be devastating to a company. But today, if Elon Musk left, in my personal opinion, I don't think it would be as bad as if he left a year ago or 2 years ago. Like, it wouldn't completely destroy the company. Tesla would still live, in my opinion, thrive even without Elon Musk today. But Amazon is even more mature than that. In my opinion, Bezos leaving Amazon is already such a mature company that I don't think long term it's really gonna affect too much in in Amazon's actual being able to generate revenue, continue expanding, etc. Now remember, he's still gonna be in the board of directors. Now, the reason why he stepped down, it's not really clear, but obviously, if you guys don't know, Jeff Bezos also owns Blue Origin. Blue Origin has nothing to do with Amazon in terms of the stock, I don't believe. But obviously, Blue Origin is like a separate business that Jeff Bezos has started, and it started for a while now. And the reason he might be leaving is to actually pursue the Blue Origin and actually spend some more time at his rocket company, kind of competing with SpaceX. It's a lot smaller than SpaceX, but he's trying to compete and actually build it there. So that might be one of the reasons why he did step down. So that is pretty much it. This is kind of like pretty crazy news, but in my opinion, it's not going to be too devastating for Amazon, if not even do anything to Amazon's core business. So, and if anything, the new CEO and the new chief executive might actually be doing pretty well for Amazon. Obviously, Amazon's very big in the cloud space right now, and a lot of not only Amazon reported crazy earnings, Google reported insane earnings. So a lot of tech companies are reporting insane earnings within the last quarter. So it's obviously Apple doesn't have its original CEO, and obviously Google doesn't as well, and a lot of other companies have switched CEOs and they're still thriving. So it's not necessarily that big of a deal, but obviously in terms of the company, right? But obviously, in the grand scheme of things, it's obviously pretty crazy that he did step down. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching, my 2 cents on it. So thanks for watching. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you on the next video.